Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm gonna be using the big green egg, but it's not gonna be me that's using it. Yo, this is Dash. Yeah. All right, finally. So, who are you?
Tester number 1.
Alright, so taste tester number 1 is going to be cooking on a big green egg for the first time. I started the big green egg earlier today and I did a failed experiment that you guys will never see. Anyway, it involved eggs and yeah, let's just leave it at that. But since the grill was hot and I actually was going to, well, what I did was I cranked the heat up in the big green egg. I have the diverter plate in the big green egg and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it out. So I cranked the heat up. So we're at 500 degrees right now, but I put the intake back down and also put the daisy wheel back down. And this guy asked if he could cook something on the big green egg. So we're gonna have a little learning session. So go ahead, wait. So when you open up the big green egg, what do you have to do?
Let it open up a little bit first.
Okay, perfect. You can't lift it up from the top? No. See, you didn't do it right. So you have to burp the big green egg. You have to lift it up an inch and then open it all the way up. When you go like this and lift it up, that's putting you that much closer to the heat and the fire. You don't want to do that. Okay. You always want to keep your hand and your arm away. So if you can't lift it up yet, maybe we can't, just put them on. So he's gonna be learning by doing, and what are you doing?
Cooking hot dogs.
All right. So now what I always recommend, again, this is a personal thing. I always turn the hot dogs this way with the grates, because what happens is they can't roll away and you can keep tabs on them. Okay. So now we're just gonna flip those over real fast. Go ahead and close the big green egg. All right, and we'll give it a minute or so because those hot dogs were frozen and they were stuck together. So we'll give it a minute and then we will open it up and try to break them apart.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, so it's been about a minute and I just told number 1 to move the, good job, move the hot dogs that are there in the middle that are frozen together a little further towards the back, just a little bit. Good. Back just a little bit. No. Right there. Perfect. You just want to make sure that the dome closes without a problem, that's all. All right, close it up. We'll let it go for another minute or so. Alright, so you cooked burgers before on Mommy's grill, the propane grill, but never on a charcoal grill. Alright, so there's some things I
think I have cooked burgers on a charcoal grill, but not like this though.
What charcoal grill?
I think it was that one fish fry and one of our hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
I made like chicken and
yeah, you're right. You did actually cook on a charcoal grill once before. That's all part of cooking on the charcoal grill.
It started to make my eyes water like a lot.
Again, all part of cooking on the charcoal grill. You just leave it, you guys in the comments below. Just, I mean, am I right? Does that? So sometimes what happens is if the wind is blowing, the smoke this way, you have to stand the other way, or you just kind of have to suck it up and hold your breath while you're flipping or doing whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, it's not that you were doing anything wrong. It happens. All right. We'll check back on these hot dogs in a moment. But all right, look, we got some. Just be careful. You don't wanna hurt them. Got a couple broken apart. Come on, man, get in there. I know. I tell you to be careful one moment, then I tell you to get in there the next. It's a fine line. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Just hit him. Hit him. Yeah, hit him. Hit him with the. Hold on. So the whole thing is, if you hit him with this part, you're gonna cut into him. But if you hit him with the flat part, you won't. All right. All right. Now, get these guys just kind of lined up, and we'll just let them hang out because they need to thaw out first, right? And then we can kind of move them forward and cook them a little more. Okay, so let's let them thaw out. Perfect. So is cooking on the big green egg all you'd ever hoped it would be?
It's just like easier than I thought it would be.
That's because I have the diverter plate in. I'm not gonna take anything away from your first big green egg cooking experience, but cooking on a big green egg without the diverter plate, there's a lot going on, and because of the fact that there is so much direct fire, it makes it harder.
Okay.
So because of the fact that there's so much direct fire, you actually can try to control the fire more by limiting, gosh, every car in the world is driving by right now, by limiting the amount of times you open up the top, and as well as the intake and the exhaust. The big green egg is the first grill I've ever really used where the exhaust will actually help keep the temperatures down. More often than not, on most other grills I've used, everything is pretty much wide open, and you can either, I prefer grills that you can adjust the heat source. So, all right. Okay, so it's been another minute or two. So go ahead and open up the big green egg. Now what I want you to do, the hot dogs should be pretty much thawed out. What you're gonna do now at this point is pull them all towards you so that they're right by that hot spot. No, keep coming. Keep going, pulling. Keep pulling, right there. All right, so now it's hot, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Now, what we're doing now is move the ones in the middle up just a little bit more, because you see how the diverter plate goes? No, towards you. All right. Okay. Come on, man. You gotta move with purpose. All right, now let's close them off and we'll let those cook on there for another minute or so. Okay, so when we move the hot dogs up, now we have a decision to make, whether we're going to flip the hot dogs front to back, or if we're going to flip the hot dogs top to bottom and continue to cook that one side of the hot dog. More often than not, whenever you're cooking on a regular grill or even a charcoal grill or anything like, you're not going to have this diverter plate, and you'll have more heat on the bottom, which would mean the entire bottom side of the hot dog is going to cook a lot more evenly. Okay, all right, so now you make the decision. Go ahead and open up the grill. You make the decision how you want to turn those hot dogs, because ultimately we need to make sure that they're fully cooked, well, warmed up. So you see, we're not killing those things. They're not being cooked on Hades right now. And this is good. This is a good learning opportunity for you. All right, now you see the difference between the cooked side and the not cooked side, right?
Yes.
Okay. You always have to keep track of which side is cooked a little more. Hold on, let me show you something. So, take it from here and turn it this way. All right, if that's the way you're gonna do it, again, from here, so you're not over the hot side of the grill.
Okay.
So, you can focus and be on the cooler side and still flip it. All right.
Okay.
And also, when you have the grates, like when you have the hot dogs in the grates like this, you can a little more easily control where or how they sit and where they land on the grates. All right. So you see, I also moved them up just a little bit to try to get more heat on them. All right. So far, they're looking good or what?
Good.
All right. Now, how do you like your hot dogs? You like your hot dogs more well done, or you just like them
More well done.
a little more well
A
done?
little more like skin on them.
Okay, look, you want that little crisp.
Like brats almost.
Okay, well the hot dog is going to be different from a brat because of the yes, correct, or the lack of casing on a hot dog. But so far, so good. How do you think he's doing? And then more importantly, how do you think I'm doing as an instructor? So yeah, let me know what I'm doing, how I'm doing in the comments down below. But you nervous or something? Kind of for what? See how the smoke is coming this way now? Yeah. Just deal with it. Alright? Okay, we'll let it go for another couple minutes. So now one of the things too, when you start seeing smoke like that, can you hear the drippings hitting that means that your hot dogs are doing something. So like if you were cooking with a burger right now, when the burgers start to drip, that lets you know that you need to flip them over. Okay, so when you start to see smoke coming from the grill, and it's hard for you guys to see this. Let me try to get, there we go. But go ahead and open it up and see what's going on inside. So we have some drippage.
Okay.
They're okay. You gonna let them keep cooking on that side, or you want to flip them? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna flip a couple of them.
All right. Did you flip them all?
No, just a couple of them.
What's wrong, buddy?
Like the sun is gonna stick to my face.
Oh, it is. It is. All right. So what are you doing now?
Just flipping over a couple of them.
Okay.
They look ready.
They look ready.
I believe so.
All right. You want to turn the heat up a little more?
So it's scorching a little bit.
Kind of.
We'll open up this right here.
Correct. All right, let's see. Let's check your work here. Okay. Looks good.
I'm gonna see it going up now. Whoa.
Yeah. With the temperature going up.
Right here.
All right, it is right. The temperature's rising. My Mob Deep fans will get that. Where do you think it's gonna stop at?
I don't know, cause it like slows down and it speeds up. And it slows down and speeds up. I'm not sure. Maybe 425, 450.
Okay, we'll see. All right, well, we'll be back at this, and actually, at this point, do you think you're almost done, right?
Yes.
So what do you need to do? All right. You're not gonna be able to work on the grill if you're talking about hating the smoke. Again, that smoke is a telltale sign that you're getting ready to be done. Nah, before you take them off, turn them over and look at them. Make sure that they're cooked pretty evenly. All right. How do you think you did?
Pretty good. Probably a little darker than I expected.
But they're fine. Actually, they could stand to cook a little longer, honestly. But if it's your show, so if you want to take them off now, you can.
I think I will.
Take one off at a time. You haven't gotten to the point where you can take two off. What'll happen is it'll roll out of the tongs and you'll drop them both. Ask me how I know.
Drop them.
Of course.
That's what I did with the brats one day. I dropped one.
All right. So let's see how to. Go ahead, close the grill. You gotta get your. Thank you. All right. That looked pretty good. You think so? You think you did it well enough?
I think I did pretty good.
All right. So now, use the tongs to turn this thing. It's called the daisy wheel. So we're gonna use just the side. We're not gonna use the piece that we're gonna get ready to touch our food with. All right. And then close off the intake. Is it all the way closed? All right. Okay. You just did it so gingerly. Okay, number one. How was your first big green egg cooking experience?
I think it was pretty good.
All right. So you think you did well enough? All right. Maybe we'll allow you to cook again on a big green egg at some point. All right. So do you want to tell everybody thank everyone for watching?
Thank you for watching.
What up?
Please like and subscribe and drop a comment down below.
All right. You might be trying to take over my job here. So if you like what you saw today, if you learned something, please hit me or leave me a thumbs up down below. Thank you again as always for watching, and we will
See you next time.
All right.